What up, world? It's your boy JusRzd, and today we chopping it up about the Acolyte episode 6. Do me a favor. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, we on YouTube now. What are you doing? Welcome back to the channel, guys. This particular episode of Rage Reviews is gonna be a little bit quicker. I gonna hold you, because nothing happened this episode. Outside of us actually finally getting more information on the Sith's actual motivation of him wanting the power of two. Outside of that, everything else was just dialogue and teasing information that we still haven't gotten yet, that they've been teasing since the beginning of this freaking series. Well, since episode 3, really. Well, no, since the beginning of the series. But it... So the episode picks up. Spoiler warning, whatever. The episode picks up right after where episode 5 ends. So we see Osha waking up in this in this cave. She ain't got no shoes on. She's seeing her surroundings, just trying to figure out what's going on. She walks out. She sees that she's on an island, and she walks down to where the water is, and she ends up seeing the Sith character kind of just doing normal duties and just walking around the island, and she kind of follows him. He goes, like, takes a skinny dips in like this pool area, and she follows him, and then she picks up his lightsaber, and as she picks up his lightsaber, of course he senses her at this point, and yeah, they just kind of have a long conversation just about her giving up on training to be a Jedi, and pretty much he informs her on a little bit of what happened after she got knocked out. Of course, she asked if he killed Master Soul. He was like, no. He was like, well, did you hurt May? And he was like, unfortunately, no. And they just had some dialogue. She asked his motivation. He said that he wanted to experience the power of two, which, for anybody who knows Star Wars lore, that's the whole thing with the Sith. But yeah, that's pretty much how the Sith roll. It's a master and an apprentice, and they operate with the power of two, so it can never be more than a master and an apprentice at one given time. And then in order for the apprentice to become the master, he has to kill his master. But that's their unfortunate situation. It's more to the lore, but just Google it. So the whole time, him and Osha are just having conversation, having dialogue. He's pretty much trying to get her to understand and open up that there's more ways to access the Force than what the Jedi were teaching. He reveals that he used to be a Jedi, and that he used to follow their teachings, and then he learned to tap into the dark side of the Force, and she even called him out on it. She was just like, well, tapping into your emotions and tapping into your feelings is how you end up in the dark side of the Force. And he was just like, semantics. I ain't gonna lie, that part was kind of funny to me, because he was just like, here's what it is. But yeah, it was just interesting to see the conflicting ideals. Didn't really like the way the dialogue felt between them two, because I'm like, bro, are you looking for a student, or are you trying to holler? Because this is coming off kind of seductive. Not in a seductive like I'm trying to teach you my ways, but in a seductive like I'm trying to teach you other things as well. And it's just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Do you want a student, or do you want a girlfriend? Like, what is happening? So anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just was feeling uncomfortable because I'm like, what is happening? But he finally confirmed that his helmet was Kurtosis, or made out of Kurtosis, which come to find out does interrupt the Kyber crystals when they're in lightsaber form. So good to know. That's why when they were fighting in the last episode, he was short-circuiting pretty much the lightsabers anytime he would hit it with his bracers or his helmet. He fixes up his helmet. He reveals to her that his helmet is pretty much it pretty much shuts off all your senses, and it just leaves you in the Force. And by the end of the episode, I know I'm doing this out of order because I'm gonna get to the other half of the episode in a second. But this first half of the episode, by the end of the episode, she ends up Osha ends up kind of hearing him out, and just letting him know that she's not easily fooled, but also hearing him out to what he has to say. But anyway, she ends up putting on the helmet by the end of the episode, and pretty much starts as soon as she puts on the helmet, she kind of is trying to calm herself down because it's shutting off all her senses. Then everything goes black and the episode ends. Yeah, super anticlimactic. But the other half of the episode was, of course, on the ship with Master Soul and May, and just seeing their interactions. And of course, Basil was there. Basil, still freaking adorable. It's just the way he maneuvers and his little facial expressions and stuff. Basil's super adorable. Like I said, if it's one thing Star Wars is great at, is making adorable alien creatures. You had the Ewoks, you had the Wookiees, you had the little sand raider things where all you can see is their eyes. Like it's a lot. So like I said, shout out to Star Wars and shout out to Basil. Basil actually ends up charging Osha's droid, the little headpiece that he had. He ends up finding a way to charge it so that it can turn back on. And then he kind of just picks with May as they're experiencing like technical difficulty while they're trying to leave Kofar, and Master Soul is trying to reach out to the Jedi Council not the Council, but he's trying to reach out to Coruscant, to other Jedi, to pretty much tell them how the mission went and that everybody died. They can barely get the message through because of communication errors. So back on Coruscant, the Jedi who actually sent him to Kofar, she was just like, well, I gotta handle this myself. We can't let the council know because they're trying to keep everything under wraps for whatever reason. And yeah. So they end up taking their own crew, trying to go out to Kofar to figure out what transpired. And as soon as they make their way there, things between Soul and May kind of heat up, and he ends up finding out. I want to say it was through the help of Basil, but we never really know at this point. He ends up finding out that it's May on his ship instead of Osha, and he ends up stunning her, knocking her out. And as he stuns her and knocks her out, and they get everything working back correctly, before the Jedi, the backup Jedis can get to where they are to help, because he sent out a distress signal. He takes off in hyperspace to another location, and so the Jedi arrive at Kofar. They realize that Master Soul's not there. They go down to Kofar to see what happened. They talk to the town folk. Then they go and see pretty much the aftermath of this entire battle. You see the Padawan that got killed. You see all the other Jedi that just got killed. And it was just like, yo, you see Yord, you see all the Jedi that got killed. It was just like, man. So they're trying to figure out what's happening and what happened, and yeah, Soul's pretty much in the wind at this point, and he straps May to a chair, and she wakes up and she's like, "Oh, what's going on?" He was just like, and Soul's just kind of sitting to the side, and he's just like, "I've thought for 16 years on what I would say to you if I ever got another opportunity, and so before I let you go, you're gonna listen to what I have to say." And their story kind of ends at that point. Like, the whole time they were interacting, she was trying to get him to confess or tell her pretty much what happened, and see if he was telling the truth about everything that happened the night they found May and Osha when they were children. Pretty much what happened in episode 3. And they keep hinting that it's so much more that happened, or that so much more that they're not telling, but they still have yet to tell. And at this point, it's just like, bro, we're 3 episodes from this information. Like, I understand certain stuff you want to hold to like the finale and this, that, and the third. That's cool. But the way that they're hinting about it every episode is just like, all right, bro, can you just say it already? We've kind of figured it. It's like they're telegraphing it. It's like, we figured y'all done did something foul. Can y'all just tell us at this point? Like, I'm sick of the way that they're teasing it. Like, it's one thing to tease some sort of information to the audience and then not reveal it until later. And then the way that they're doing it is just, it's a little annoying at this point, because it's like, bro, like, all right, we get it. Y'all did something foul. Can you tell us already? And they keep doing these dramatic silent pauses. And it's just like, well, looking off to the side, it's just like, what really happened? Did you tell me the truth? And it's just like, bro, all right, bro. Like, either you gonna tell her, you're not gonna tell her, but just stop with the dramatics. Like, stop with the dramatics. So anyway, that was the entire episode of episode 6. And it's just like, you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna see it through. But this episode annoyed me a lot. Just because it was just like, bro, what? I like dialogue heavy episodes sometimes when you're revealing information. Nothing was revealed in this episode, for real. Outside of Kratosis and the Sith wanting the power of 2. Outside of that, and the fact that Osha got kicked out because she failed. But we already knew that. So it was just like, all right, that's not really revealed because we already knew she got kicked out. It wasn't that she just left of her own free will. She failed, so she didn't want to try again, so she left. And yeah, so it's just, and we find out that he got his scars from either some Jedi he fought or his old master. Or his old Sith master. He didn't specify. He just kind of hit it. All this hitting around, if y'all don't just say stuff directly, is frustrating. So my rating for this particular episode, I give it a 5 because I was annoyed watching this episode. I was very annoyed watching this episode. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you watched the episode. Let me know how you feel about the episode. Let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you think I'm tripping. Like I said, I gave it a 5. Was very frustrated at this dialogue heavy episode because nothing was actually revealed. It was just a bunch of talking around stuff that needs to be revealed. And it was just like, bro, can y'all just say it already? Please, can y'all just say it already? Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna see it through. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. We're trying to build up a community. We're continuing to review the Acolyte and Kaiju number 8 right now. I know a couple new anime. I'll probably do a new anime video pretty soon here, because I know a lot of anime has actually had a few, like maybe three or four anime have actually had their finales happen already, and so I would definitely want to do a video on those. So yeah, just let me know If y'all are tapping in the comments, let me know your thoughts. And also, got a brand new single dropping this Friday, July 5th. Another song for the summer. It's titled Function. It's a collaboration between myself, the homie Q, and the homie Wayne Classic. And it's a good time. It's a good summer bop. It's a party record. And I want to see y'all at the function. So don't forget, it's free soul to the soul free. Let's get it.